All right, guys. Sorry, I'm over here listening to music I can't play on YouTube. But yeah, so we're here today. Today, we got the SPY. We got the Q up to 443. SPY gap it up a little bit today. Honestly, almost everything I bought yesterday is green. Uh, Airbnb is green. Uber's green. What else did I buy yesterday? I bought Airbnb. I bought Uber. What else? Roblox. Oh, I bought Roblox yesterday. I'm green on that one too. You love to see it. I thought it was cheap. I thought it overreacted, and it looks like it did. I don't know if I'm gonna take profit in it or what I'm gonna do, but all right. Let me do a poll. Next week we got CPI data. That's the big economic reports that we got coming out over the next couple of days. Uh, is the market closed red or green today? All right, vote on that poll. I'm gonna look at it, see if we got any new news that's out. NVIDIA is testing cooling modules for the next gen GeForce RTX Blackwell gaming GPUs, 250W to 600W design being cooked. All right. Oh man, I can't stop yawning this morning. All right, so the Bank of Canada Financial Stability Report, it says debt serviceability and asset valuations are key risks to stability. Some indicators of financial stress have risen at the same time the valuations of some financial assets have appeared to become stretched. Um, but yeah, they're saying those valuations are key to stability. I'm looking at other news. All right, so the Bank of England DMP said 1 year inflation ahead. 1 year ahead, CPI inflation expectations declined further to 2.9% in April, down from 3.2% in March. Roblox CEO says the company saw less growth than expected in quarter one. That's kind of why they were down. We did have jobless claims yesterday. So yeah, let's checking all the news. You got some alerts going on overseas. Let's check some other stuff here. Airbnb's still trying to bounce up a little bit. I'm in it right now. I hope it goes up. It's green on the day. Oh, let's see if it holds. Ugh. My son had a cough. Cough has gotten mostly better, but to be safe, he slept in my spot on the bed yesterday, and I had to sleep on a mattress on the floor. Ugh. With that said, I don't feel as rested as I could today. All right. Musk said, quote, Tesla will spend over 500 million expanding our supercharger network to create thousands of new jobs. Oh, wait, I didn't play music, man. I'm over here listening to music. Y'all are probably like, dude, there's no music. My bad, dude. Hold on. There you go. It's Friday. It is Friday, dude. I'm excited about it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Let me put NVIDIA up here just to see what like tech is doing. NVIDIA influences the market a lot. It's gapping up to like 900s today. So it's trying. Good morning, John, and all tech is green except Google. Seems like it'll be green day. Yeah, I don't think we have any big earnings today. We got Enbridge, DigitalOcean, NVAX, AMC Networks. It's not the AMC you're thinking of. It's a different. It's the TV channel, which I'm surprised they're still around personally, but that's a different story. Honda Motor Company, the U.S. public company, drops before the open sometime. Next week's kind of big. Not really huge for earnings. Like, we don't really have anything major for earnings. But Tuesday morning, we've got Alibaba, Home Depot, C Limited, Ocugen, Sony Group, a bunch of other ones. But the big thing Tuesday is PPI. We have PPI data Tuesday, so none of this is going to really matter, in all honesty. Yeah, next week we do have Google I/O. I'm excited for the AI segment. I think the AI segment's going to be big. Yeah, what I said was Tesla will spend over, Elon Musk said, quote, Tesla will spend over $500 million expanding our supercharger network to create thousands of new chargers this year. That's just on new sites and expansions, not counting operation costs, which are much higher. Basically, they're spending money on Supercharger Network. All right, chat. So, again, we do have Airbnb pushing up. We do have Shopify. Shopify gapping up a little bit more today, too. Dipped a little bit during market hours. Where's Bitcoin, dude? Honestly, I feel like I haven't looked at Bitcoin in a couple days. And it hasn't moved. Okay, so Bitcoin at 63.5K. That's a Belgian Malinois. I mean, that's probably true. He's probably just saying whatever's going to sound good. You know, I hope he's telling the truth, but... Oh, do I really have a typo? My bad, chat. If you're right, thank you for that. Oh, you do. I do. Thank you so much. Fixed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I would have completely missed it, you know. So Soundhound moved. I'm in Sound right now. Did it go up? It did go up. Nice. Hey, I'm in it right now. I hope it continues to rise here. We'll see, though. I should have maybe covered earnings yesterday. But I don't think the last Soundhound earnings got very good views. I just don't think they're big enough. You know, like I feel like I've covered their earnings before. But, I saw a video and it said it's comparing wife's toothbrush versus husband's toothbrush, and honestly, every guy understands. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if like men brush their teeth really like hard. I know I personally do. Like, men are problem solvers. You know, when you're married, you understand this because a lot of the time, and this is just general blanket statement, so it's never 100%. You're gonna have outliers that behave differently, and everybody can be different, so it's all good. But generally men are problem solvers, and every time my wife's tried to tell me a problem, I've tried to solve it, and she's sometimes gotten mad at me for it. It's just our nature, I think. But the toothbrush, the man's toothbrush, is like beat up. It's like just beat up, you know. And the wife's toothbrush is just like perfect. Honestly, it's probably pretty accurate. VST. Yeah, I don't know anything about VST. Looks volatile though. Great chart though, man. From 2350s all the way to 93s. Wow, I mean this thing's up like 300% in the year, over the last 52 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, look at VST. This chart is it's almost up to $95 a share. NVIDIA hit 904s. It's still at 899. So I think $900 is a big level for NVIDIA. I think it's an important level. Yeah, Costco, man, what a huge stock. Had a crazy gain this year too, in all honesty, for Costco. NVIDIA up to almost $900. I think it's an important level to see if it holds. I really do. I think $900 is big. It's a psychological level. Like, it's a level that it kind of wants to hold, I think, and it needs to hold. Yeah, look at VST though. VST, look at Costco on the year. So here's Costco. So VST flew up. Costco's still trying to. What's up, Sam? Yeah, I'm in Soundhound right now. My average price is $7.22, and so it's now gapping up to like 5 something on earnings, which is great, but I'm still a long ways away. I'm not really down that much. It's not a big trade. You know, one of the good things about buying cheap stocks is that you could buy 15, 20, 25 shares, and you're probably, and your biggest risk is that times however many dollars are in the price, right? So in this case, my biggest risk is 7 times 20 or 7 times 15. And so it's not very much. It's like $100. So I can invest in these companies for a small amount of money. If they do well, I can add to them, but that's kind of my go-to. If I'm buying anything this small and this cheap, I'm going to usually take small size and then just kind of add to it if it goes in my favor. That way I don't have any big like drawdown losses. But yeah, Google I/O. What's the biggest things for Google I/O? I'm trying to look at their AI. It's in 4 days. We're probably gonna stream it. Yeah, so it's starting on Tuesday, which is also CPI Day. It's one of the biggest tech conferences of the year and unveils major software and like new versions of Android and stuff like that. They're gonna be putting out new Google hardware, most likely in line with the tradition. Again, we're going to be streaming this as well, of course. Android 15 is what they're expecting. It focuses on software mostly, but there are also some hardware stuff. But yeah, Android 15. During the keynote, it's expected Google to start to Google is going to give developers plenty of info on the next major Android version, so they can start developing apps for it quickly. First Android 15 betas are already live. People are already seeing it. Updated privacy sandbox, partial screen sharing, app archiving features, improved satellite connectivity, new power efficiency, additional in-app camera controls. The bulk of new features are expected to go live for it, though, during Google I/O. Private space is also rumored to reportedly allow you to hide data in apps. Generative AI is gaining traction and becoming more and more popular. So Google's Gemini AI will most likely be the star of the show, though. So that's important to understand. Gemini, they're talking about Gemini replacing Google Assistant, and so you're going to hear details about potentially that transition there. They may mention an AI assistant called Pixie, an exclusive for Pixel devices, which was rumored in December. You can also expect generative AI updates to Google products like Chrome, Gmail, Search, broader availability of AI. And as somebody that has an Android phone, this is very relevant to me. They're going to maybe tease the new Pixel 9 and Pixel Fold. You know, I wouldn't expect much new hardware for this show, though. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. I'm excited. We're going to see what that looks like. Again, we're probably going to stream it as well. So be ready. All right, chat. Blaze. All right. What's up, sick? Apple testing the 185s. NVAX is squeezing. Yeah, these aren't really big earnings reports. What's up, Todd? Yeah, I've got the Z Fold. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got the Z Fold. Like, look, it's a pretty cool phone. Like, it really is. Like, I can use it like an iPad, and then if I want to, I can close it and use it as like a normal phone. You know, and talk on it like this. It's pretty cool. I like it. I've had it for a few years. It's nice. I don't know about the Pixel one though, but. Yeah, NVAX is up to $14 a share. Wow. Let me know if you hear any lag. So I gotta go get my Ethernet cord upstairs if we lag too much. I'm using Wi-Fi right now. It should be fine, but if it lags anymore, just let me know. I'll fix it. Yeah, NVAX. Look, it's a penny stock. I'm not really a big like cover of penny stocks, but look at this. All the way down to 12s now. Went all the way to 14s, back down to 12s. No problems here. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it seems fine for me. Sound check 1 2 1 2. All right. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, I might have to go get my my Ethernet cord and plug it in. I think I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go grab my Ethernet cord. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm lagging on my end here. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so we might get a little initial lag. It should be fine though. We might get a little bit once it connects. Once the Ethernet cord actually registers, it should be fine. So let's let it register. Again, it might give me some like initial lag when I reconnect it. But yeah. All right, boom, we're connected. Let me disconnect this. There we go. All right, so now the lag should be basically completely gone. Yeah, look at NVAX, dipped all the way down to 11. These are normally the type of things I buy up, but I don't know about this. There we go. All right, let me drink some coffee. Bank of England. Is the Bank of England cut today? I haven't even checked. Let me see. All right, so ECB does their monetary policy meeting. We got Bowman speaking, Michigan consumer sentiment. Yeah, so we got some Fed speeches today, but nothing major. All right, so we have like the ECB Fed minutes report, basically. It's not the actual Fed minutes report, it's the ECB version. All right, let me get this out of the way. Ugh. All right. All right, go away. Yeah, so I'm looking at some of these. I want June. Where's June at? All right, so look at NVAX dip all the way back down again. NVAX. Let's talk about the news for a second. NVAX is up specifically on getting a $1.5 billion deal with Sanofi. So NVAX is flying up on this news. When are they gonna announce the circuit? Fun fact: my wife thought Harris Casino was pronounced "hurrah" when we went there in New Orleans. Hey, thanks, chat. Thanks, man. John, ECB is next. Would be awesome to find out when they have their FOMC alongside England. Yeah, I'll tell you guys when they do. It's not today. But yeah, I'll tell you when they do. It's not today, unfortunately. I would love it for it to be today, but it's just not. All right, we're here. NVAX is up too much for me. It did dip a lot, you know, so like part of me wants to buy this dip. I'll bite, but it's gonna be a small size. Yeah, it's gonna be small size. Alright. Definitely ain't about to be 25 shares. Alright, we're in 5 shares. We'll take 10. You know, we'll take 20. Oh, you know, we'll keep it in the middle at 15. It's up a lot. I think it's up way too much. And it's a penny stock. I haven't really messed with penny stocks in a long time. I'm just going to take 15 shares. If I lose money here, I'll lose like $15, and then I'll bow out of the trade and not really care too much about it. But we'll bite it. We'll have some fun with it. Yeah, so it's gluten-free. Anti-inflammatory diet's probably the right move. I mean, you got to think about the natural state of humans, right? Like, you know, what's healthy for humans are what our hunter-gatherer ancestors had access to. And so, like, flour, processed sugar, like, there's a lot of things that we just didn't have access to, like, in our ancestry line that are bad for humans. You know, obviously that's where like gluten intolerance comes from, is because white flour, processed sugar, you know, humans weren't walking around eating those things, and so they're kind of foreign to us, and they cause inflammation, which causes cancer and causes acne and causes all these other problems. And so basically the logic of that anti-inflammatory diet is that you want to mimic what our ancient ancestors ate. You know, it's one of the reasons, again, I talk about it a lot, but Superfoods are like strawberries, blueberries. Why do you think that is? It's because our hunter-gatherer ancestors walked around picking those things. And so they're the least foreign food to our bodies, and in turn, they're superfoods. They're super healthy for us. Same thing with like lean meat, like deer is probably really healthy for humans because, you know, it's lean meat that our hunter-gatherer ancestors had access to. Squirrels, like again, another argument to this is like people get upset about like bugs, like eating bugs. They're like, oh no, I don't want to eat bugs. It's like, dude, bugs are probably one of the most healthy foods humans can consume. If you think about it objectively, if you ever watch these survival shows, right? If you ever watch like Naked and Afraid or some of these survival shows, my wife's really into them. Like, what is the first source of food that they eat if they're really, really hungry? Bugs, grasshoppers, stuff like that. That's something that I'm sure our hunter-gatherer ancestors ate a lot, and so in turn, it's probably pretty healthy for us. But yeah, so it's an interesting argument. Anyways, NVAX moving up, almost up to $11 a share. All right, so we're up a little bit in this trade. Now we're coming all the way back down. Maybe I should have taken profit here from it. We're just playing with this trade, though. Like, if this thing dumps under $10 dramatically, I'll probably like get out of this thing quick. Dude, eat venison. I said venison's probably pretty healthy for you. You know, again, you got to go back to the same thought concept of hunter-gatherer ancestors and what did they eat. They probably ate some deer, you know, realistically. Problem with deer is deer are pretty fast. But they still probably ate some. It was probably more of like a luxury meal than anything else. Most of the time, they're probably eating like squirrels. But still. Yeah, what you notice is that there's such a varying degree of what people say are healthy and not healthy. Some people say, oh, wheats are healthy for you. Some people say wheats are terrible for you. Some people say meat is healthy for you. Other people say meat is terrible for you. Some people say all these different things are good or bad for humans. Some people say nuts are healthy for you. Other people, well, most people think nuts are healthy, but I digress back to the point. It's so hard to know. I do believe that looking at our ancient ancestors' diet is probably what's the most healthy. Trying to eat the things that are the least foreign to the human body causes the least amount of inflammation, reduces inflammation to a certain degree if it's the right foods. But it's certainly nuanced. Anyways, NVAX still dipping down here. Yeah, I mean, I think I have good genes in that regard. Like, I don't have a lot of cancer in my family. On my dad's side specifically, nobody has, like, I don't know anybody on my dad's side. Usually, you know, at least somebody that's had it. I don't know anybody on my dad's side that's had cancer. My grandmother just passed away last year, and she was 97, you know. My grandfather lived until he was almost 100 as well. And so, my dad's side's pretty healthy. My mom's side, not the most healthy side, you know. But I look a lot like my dad, and so I'm hoping I got those London jeans are strong. I'm hoping so, but yeah, I don't know. What's your opinion on space sector like Rocket Lab? Yeah, it's a penny stock. I'm not usually about to play with this at all. It's just too much risk, regardless of how good of a company it might potentially be. I'm just not about to invest in it. There's too much risk. There's too much unknown. Like, people always say, oh, well, the DD, the due diligence. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. I think these penny stocks, they put out a lot of crap. Like, you're not going to know whether the DD is really legit or not. Like, these companies sensationalize their company to try to pump it up sometimes. Not this company specifically, but penny stocks in general. And so with that, I just kind of avoid penny stocks altogether. Anything under $5, I'm almost never investing in it. Yeah, this thing's consolidating too long. It's not getting that second burst that I wanted here. We're watching $10. $10 is psychological level. Maybe it holds, but we're almost completely flat. Yeah, so a lot of people are resharing this graph about the best opportunity guy where he told the whole class to short, and then it just flew up against them. I mean, again, though, guys, like, if you ever got a guy trying to sell you a class on day trading, like, you might not understand what's wrong with that. Some people really want to follow some people, and some people, it's like, I think when people spend so much time and energy in something, they want it to be real. It's still real to me, but I think, like, if you want to day trade, teach yourself. Like, you're not gonna, even if somebody knows good strategies for them, they might not work for you. Everybody's different. You might not have the discipline to trade those strategies, and you might want to just figure out what works for you. But the problem with people like this guy's telling his whole class to short. He doesn't have that much experience either, because anybody with actual experience day trading is going to understand variance. It's never a sure thing, and so for him to try to play it off like it's a sure thing to short anything shows his lack of experience. This is the biggest mistake I see most people make in day trading, right? I get people that come to my stream, like stocks have earnings, economic data comes out, and you got certain people, and again, I'm going to bring up the Dunning-Kruger effect here, because this is very true, right? Which basically says that new people want to act like they know the most, right? newer people to markets, they want to pretend they know the most. They want to pretend they know the most about what's going to happen. And experienced people typically will recognize that how little they know about something, right? And so when you direct this at day trading, experienced people are going to say, hey, I have no idea what's going to happen when this opens. Hey, I have no idea what's going to happen when this data drops or whatever this is. Rookie guys are going to sell a course on how to do it and then embarrass themselves and show people how wildly wrong they are. Again, I'm talking about this specifically, about this one guy who literally, I don't know if you guys seen this, but he literally told his whole class to short. And you can see he counts it down, 3, 2, 1, and then look at the rip up that happened here. And like his whole class is sitting there, and then he's like, oh no, what do I do? You can read the bottom and it says a great opportunity at the bottom. So he's like selling a day trading class. You know, here's the problem is that, again, people want to rush to be experts in something. And, you know, I get wanting to look like an expert, but experienced day traders actually are the opposite. They're going to understand how little they know about which way anything's going to go. Like, nobody knows what anything's going to do short term. Like, the best you can do is play the probabilities and understand there's variance. John's telling my friend about all this. Well, I mean, I think the easiest way. Some guys are legit on selling day trading classes. Yeah, but most of the time the really legit day traders aren't selling classes. No offense to anybody. And they might act like they're legit. I mean, that's just the truth. Most of the time the really legit ones aren't selling classes. This is what you should tell them. BS. Again, I'm going to preface this with, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. I might have no idea what I'm talking about and be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Don't sue me. I do trade off stream. I'm not even claiming to be a good trader. Understand CFTC 4.41. Any other disclaimer I could ever possibly do. Top 3 disclaimers in the world right now. With that said, though, what you want to tell them is this. Tell them if you do not invest in something, you're going to lose money to inflation over time. Right? So average inflation, the Fed's target of inflation is 2%. All right. So 2% is the Fed's target. All right. So if you have $100,000 and let's just say that we are at perfect inflation goals, which is 2%. All right. So you got 100K. You can see how quickly, and again, you can see how quickly you're going to lose money over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, that 100K is going to be worth about 20% less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 20 years, it's going to be worth like 35% less. You know, so forth and so on. 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever. I lost count. In 30 years, it's going to be worth almost 50% less. Like almost 50%. And so if you do not invest your money in something, whether that thing is gold, real estate, the stock market, bonds, whatever you want to do it with, right? If you don't invest in something, if you don't stick your money somewhere and let it work for you, your money's going to dwindle away over time. Like, I get it, save money, whatever. I'm not saying saving money is bad. What I'm saying is that if you don't diversify your money somewhere, over time, you're going to lose it to inflation. You know, and it's not going to, your money's not actually going to go down, but things are going to be that much more expensive. So you're not going to be able to buy as much stuff with the money. And so that's the only argument you really ever need to hear. And again, and that's if we have perfect inflation, right? Like, inflation is more close to 4% right now. And so if we use the same argument here, this is really where inflation's at right now. So if, say inflation stays here in 10 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, you're going to lose 35% roughly of your money. In 10 years. Again, in 20 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're going to lose over 50% of that money if you don't invest in something. You know, I get it. The S&P 500 is a risky thing. People don't trust markets. I understand. But again, the other argument for that is, like, on average, including crash statistics, the S&P will give you about 10% a year. So again, you got 100K. you're going to make about 10% a year in the S&P on average in 10 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, if the stock market gives you just average stock market gains per year, which is about 10%, you're going to turn that 100K in about 260,000 in about 10 years. You know, so it's justifiable. It's justifiable. Regardless, tell them, look, money heals all wounds in the market. So over time, the market's going to go up. Short term, you might get unlucky. You might get crashes. You might get whatever. You know, there's volatility. But long term, market's going to go up. And that's the biggest thing short traders get wrong, is because they're betting against one of the biggest edges the market ever gives you, which is that the longer you hold long positions in index funds and blue chips, the more likely you are to make money. So, you know, that's why like shorting these blue chip companies is like long term is really dumb. You know, most of the time, not always. You got outliers. Maybe some of them are smart to short, but outside of that, it's really dumb to short some of these. Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. Big bank investors manipulate and have trading bots. None of that has anything to do with any of this. You know, this isn't trading. This is just investing. Even if you do bonds, right? If they don't want to invest, tell them to do bonds. Look, you buy $100,000 worth of get 5% in whatever bond. Let's just call it 5% right now. For easy math, let's call it 5%. You invest 100K in a 5%. Let's call it a 10-year treasury bond. I think it's a little bit underneath that. I think it's at the 10 years currently at 4.5%, but I'm going to call it 5% for argument's sake. So if you invest in 5-year treasury bonds, if you include compounding, or in 10-year treasury bonds, every year you're going to earn 5%. So after the first year, it's going to turn into 105K. Second year, 110. Third year, 115, 120, 127, 134. So here I lost count somewhere. So in 10 years, you're going to make roughly 50 grand is what you're going to make. And that doesn't include compounding. I don't know if you're going to be able to compound it perfectly, but let's just pretend you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I hit some button. All right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, you're gonna make about 62% on that income if you include compounding, if you can compound. But you're gonna earn anywhere between 50 and 60% over a 10-year period of time. So that's going to protect you at the very bare minimum from inflation, and it's guaranteed by the U.S. government. Like, this is guaranteed. Like, there's no risk with bonds, or almost no risk at least. Anyways. Yeah, most of the time it's like politically biased, media related type of thing. Hey, what's up, Kimberly? Yeah, I like housing investments as well. I like housing investing as well, because housing is even more protected than this, right? So on average, a house will appreciate at roughly 5%. So say you buy a house for 250K, on average is going to appreciate about 5%. So we can use that same argument here for the house, right? So in 10 years, the house should go up from about $250,000 in value all the way up to about $407,000 in value, roughly over 10 years, if appreciation happens at 5%, which is about average for real estate. You know, you could also get rental income from it. You're going to have to pay taxes, but let's say we use the 1% rule for real estate, which means that you ideally want to make $2,500 a month on a $250,000 house, right? You want to make $2,500 a month. But we're going to take about 40 to 50% of this away. So we do this times 12. You're going to make about 30 grand a year times or minus about what, 40%, which gives you about $18,000 of profit per year. So not only are you appreciating about 5% of the house, but like over a 10-year period of time, you know, you're going to make another, you know, 180,000 or so in rental income for that rental property. So there's just a lot more ways to make money from real estate. Like, you got a bunch of different avenues. You got house appreciation, which most of them are going to do. You got rental income that's also coming in. Now, there's going to be expenses, so I would even say let's take about 30% of this away. And then, you know, you'll have about this profit over 10 years, which is still very good, you know. Well, define cash, 2 trades. If we're talking about paper money, probably not. But yeah, I mean, again, real estate appreciates anywhere between 3.5% to 5% a year. So I'm using the top number. You could use 3.5% as well. Same argument. It's not super hard to do the argument. So again, 250K times 0.035 is going to be the yearly appreciation. So let me do a better formula here. This is the actual formula over 10 years. So again, even if we're using 3.5% yearly appreciation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 years, you're going to make about $152,000 in appreciation and a $250,000 house plus rental income, which is going to be usually at least over 100K. And so, yeah, I mean, that's my point, is that, you know, real estate's pretty, it's work. It's certainly less passive than investing in stocks or something like that. But yeah. All right, so again, I'm still in this, right? I'm probably gonna sell this. I'm not gonna hold this all day and have to sit here and watch this just for, you know, $50 in profit. I'm gonna give it one more chance to bounce at 10. If it doesn't, I'm gonna get out because I don't trust it. It's sitting too long here. Slowing down, range is slowing down. NVIDIA just broke over the VWAP though. Let's see if we can break $900. I think 900 right here is a big psych level. Yeah, I'm in NVAX. It's gone up a lot. I don't trust it enough, though. Yeah, for sure. The last couple of years. I mean, again, the 5% number's an average, right? The housing market has appreciated a lot over the last, like, 6 years. Again, trust me, we bought this house right in the middle of 2021, which was crazy. Interest rates were low, prices skyrocketed, and yeah, I mean, we didn't mortgage the house, so it's not like, you know, I have to worry about those type of implications, but yeah, prices have gone up crazy amounts. If it's sitting here at 10, I want to hold it, but I also understand, like, the problem with these stocks, right? The problem with stocks like NVAX is that, sure, if I'm right, we could run up. But if I'm wrong, these things can go like this fast. You know, you can look the other way. This thing can drop 50%. And so that's why I don't like holding this. I don't care about the music. Or I don't care about the potential small gains that I might make. Hey, thanks, kid. Appreciate it. But Bollinger Bands. I don't know. I don't think extension plays much of a factor in a low float penny stock like this. You know, penny stocks go down. They're not extended on the downside. Most of the time, they're just weak. Oh, thanks. I had to fix the Ethernet cord thing. My bad. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to give this a little bit of time with NVAX. All right, so Burnett Plaza, which is the tallest building in Fort Worth, has been sold at a foreclosure auction for $12.3 million. In 2021, the same property was $137.5 million. That's definitely not appreciating at 5%. But again, commercial is way riskier. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. Get me out of here. All right, we're out. We lost $7. Again, I just can't trust this. Even if it spikes, it's not worth it. All right, guys, NVIDIA testing that $900 level. I think 900 is a big psychological spot for NVIDIA. All right, so the SPY still sit at 521. We do have some Fed speeches today. Just to give you guys some perspective on it, we've got Bowman speaking at 9 a.m. I'm pretty sure. Again, we already had the ECB minutes report that came out. I don't think it's going to be any type of big influence, though. It's the ECB minutes report, nothing crazy. We do have Brazilian CPI dropping later on today. We got Canadian unemployment coming out today at 6.2% expectation. Bowman speaking at 9 a.m. And then again, Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. So that is the schedule of stuff today. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm in sound right now. It's up it's up decent again. I'm still down on it, but we'll see if we make money. Do you think it's dumb that Fed speakers speak before market open? No, I think it's better that they speak before market open. We already have enough. We already have enough volatility at the opening bell. We don't need more Fed speeches. Like the reason, like most companies, most news is reported before the market open. So like if you look at economic data, earnings, none of these things are during market hours because again, it's too hard to gauge the move from it. It's better to do it in pre-market when there's less activity. That's most likely the reason. Does Canadian employment affect U.S. markets? To a certain extent. It's not going to be crazy, though. Yeah, like, it's not going to be, like, a crazy, you know. All right, chat. So, what was I gonna do today? Let me see. I'm gonna start day trading. Is what I'm gonna probably do. First, we'll probably play with Quant Tower here. Next week's a big week. CPI, inflation data, a lot more stuff. Be ready. Why is gold flying the last 36 hours? Look at that gold. Gold all the way up to almost 2,400. I'm not sure why gold's moving up like it is. All right, so we got some Bank of England speeches. Bank of England chief economist says, but Bank of England must focus on the persistent compounds of inflation, not the headline rate. Their chief policies, one of their chief economists is saying restrictive policy is bearing down on UK activity. Good news that inflation is coming back down. Yeah, oh, that's probably why. Overseas turmoil causing gold values to spike, as well as probably oil, I'm assuming, right? Like macroeconomic drama causes oil to spike. If you look at oil since the 8th, it's gone up basically every day. Bonds are going down, markets are moving up a little bit. Bro, fans in 1920s were kind of legit scary, dude. All right, chat. We're kind of sitting tight waiting here. We're going to get ready to day trade. I'm going to put my quant tower up. That's kind of what we're setting up here in the background. I did get a couple different accounts. Okay, we can play with this one. All right, so let's try to trade a little bit. We do have a little pullback here. I'm gonna look at maybe like gold, maybe a little bit of oil movement here. Put maybe two charts up here. There we go. There's the SPY. There's NVAX. We also have like Tesla. NVIDIA trying to break over 900s. So NVIDIA's right there. I'm going to put the NASDAQ up here. I'm going to put the regular NASDAQ. Now, this is a challenge account. So, again, a little bit closer to the open. We're going to trade our... Why is there so much latency here, dude? Look at the NASDAQ latency. Weird. What about on the E-mini? Look at how much lag is on Quant Tower, dude. Anybody else getting this much lag? Yeah, hold on, let me mute this for a second. I'm trying to see if there's much more lag. Stylish Star Professionals is the day trader that got liquidated. Stylish Star Professionals. Now I gotta look this up. SSP Trader. I gotta find it. I can't find him anywhere, man, unfortunately. Let me see if I can find the channel name. Honestly, I'm running into lag on Quant Tower, dude. Like, look. Okay, there's the regular NASDAQ. What about the... Did we roll over in futures? Like, I guess I'm going to have to trade the micro NASDAQ here. Did we roll over in futures or anything? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, my quant tower's a little off. I mean, this looks fine. I don't look like I'm having any latency here with the micros. It just seems like it's the regular E-mini. No rollover for a few weeks. Yeah, it might just be lag on my end. I don't know. Did you try unplugging it and plugging it back in? Maybe I should. There's a refresh symbol at the top right of the screen. Yeah, let me update it. You know, let me try. I know how to update it. I've done that before. I just gotta find it. I think I go to the little person. It's gonna make me log in to update it though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna download the newer version. As long as it doesn't make me like restart my computer or something. I don't think it is. We're downloading the next one. 9 a.m. is when Bowman speaks. 9 a.m. Yeah, see, I can see like some lag hitting. Let me exit out of some of this stuff. X. There we go. It should be a little bit better now. Yeah, so Bowman speaks at Bowman speaks at 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. for Bowman. Y'all expect volatility here. I would buy this dip, although we are in a little bit of a downtrend. I'm gonna have to pull up Trade Evade as well. Hey, what's up, Beach Bum? Yeah, sorry, Beach. I gotta get back to you on your Discord message, brother. It's been busy. My son's home from school again. You know, just been stressful. Yeah, y'all check out Beach Bum's live stream on Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. All right, so again, we got Bowman speaking at 9 a.m. in a couple minutes. But we're going to try to cover it, and at least we're going to watch the market's response to it. Could be drama around Tesla shareholder meeting. Potentially, yeah. Yeah, we could have drama. I'm not sure. Waiting for a little bit closer to the opening bell here. We still have like a while until the open. I see this range though. We are kind of moving up in a range. I'm gonna go ahead and short this. Kind of a risky trade, but you know, small size. I wanted to take regular. Again, this is just a challenge account. I wanted to take larger size. And so I'm gonna have to take like, I guess like 5 contracts here. Maybe add in. I gotta take risks in a challenge account, right? So again, this is a different trading style versus my other accounts. All right, we got 13 shares, or 13 contracts, I should say, not shares. Now we'll take it 15, and then we'll use 10 contract increments here. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying to trade the regular NQ, but I'm getting lag on Quant Tower today, so I don't know what's up with that, but take a little bit larger size. We got 20 now. I'd like to trade the regular NQ. Yeah, it looks like the regular NQ's like out. If I try to trade the regular E-mini, it looks like it's out too. Weird. What about gold? We'll go ahead and take a swing here. 40, 50, 60. I mean, I can take big size here. You see I'm in 60 contracts. We're down 200. I'm just going to keep adding to this and just kind of risk it for the biscuit here, you know. There's 100 contracts. All right. Oh. All right, so we're up 116, 166. I'm going to take half of that off, just kind of lock it in. Lock some more in here. See if we get a larger breakdown. We got a really nice average now with our 30 contracts here. $20 now. NVIDIA and the SPY starting to head back up. All right, we got a little bit of a flush breakdown here. You know, I could just add right back to this. I got 20 contracts. I think I'm just going to let this sit, though. You know, maybe I take 5 off if I want, but yeah, NVIDIA's trying to get up there, but it just got rejected, so that makes me more confident in this short. Might add a little bit more here. Problem is the commissions are so high when you're trading this many micros. There we go. That's better. 120. All right, now we started to unload here. We got 15 contracts left. We got another piece. Just protect the trade. Make it so we're at least making something here. 10 contracts left. We'll probably just let this ride. See if we can move down and test the bottom of the range. See if we can milk a little bit more from it. Yeah, definitely not $460 in commissions. I'm certainly up net profit here on this trade. There we go. Take a little bit more off there. Yeah, what it looks like to me net wise, if I look at my balance here, we are up about 100 and something net. So I mean, yeah, we made money on it. Take more off here. We'll get out the rest. We were correct. But yeah, we made at least 100 plus net. Do you think Apple goes above 185 on dividend day? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see about Apple. I don't know. I'm in Apple. I hope it goes up. Oil bouncing back on macroeconomic volatility. Apple's up nicely, though. I'm in it right now. My average price is 168 on Apple. Again, this is another story of when I bought Apple, guys. Apple was getting so much negative publicity. Like, stock traders are so easily swayed, to be honest. Like, when I bought Apple a few weeks ago, people were literally acting like it wasn't part of the Magnificent Seven anymore. Like, it was going to get kicked out of the Mag 7. They weren't innovating. Like, they blah, 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 right? And then Apple, of course, just flies up from almost $20 a share, like really big percentages. And again, it kind of just shows you why most retail traders are wrong. They just get pulled in so many different directions, man. I'm not trying to attack or insult anybody, but like betting against the strongest companies in the world is dumb. Right? There's no other word I can really say for it. Like even if you're right about an individual trade, the risk you're taking to bet against these companies is dumb. You know, short term, do whatever you want, but like, again, it's shocking how many people come out against a lot of these companies on earnings, and then they get emotional or weird when they start to push up. GameStop. Hey, GameStop is up. I'm in GameStop right now too. I'm actually very nicely green in it. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm probably just going to sit in GameStop. When is GameStop earnings? I know they have earnings sometime soon. NVIDIA earnings are the big ones coming out in the next few weeks. GameStop earnings are going to be June 25th. Yeah. We got Michigan consumer sentiment and Bowman speaking at 9 a.m. in about an hour. Shares, Anthony. Yeah, man. Again, it's just kind of like it's shocking how many people sit around big tech earnings calls and get upset if they go up, right? It's it's interesting. And again, it's got to be the same people. Like my guess is it's really the same people that were telling me the market was going to crash 2.5 years ago, during 2021 and 22, are the same people that are telling me the market's going to crash today. I think people just have bias. They want to be contrarian. They have political influences, and yeah, I think once you watch markets long term, you start to recognize where the real edge is. You start to recognize long term bears are typically always wrong. How do you block the noise that tries to influence you? I don't listen to anybody, is really what it is. Like on YouTube, you get a mix of people who want to say "I told you so," of people who are just kind of sitting around waiting to criticize, of people who really want validation, so they're giving out all these calls and picks and really magnifying the ones that they were right on and kind of ignoring the ones that they were wrong on. And so, honestly, what I truly do is I ignore most people's um, I ignore most people's call outs and picks. Like I might look at a stock if somebody brings it up, and if I like the stock, I might buy it. But I almost never buy anything that somebody's like, hey, buy this stock because of this, this, and this. I almost never do that. I always almost go my own direction with it. And if I like the stock, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Usually when I invest in something, I need extension on the downside. I need long-term company health. Like it needs to be a company that is almost certainly going to be okay long-term, and that includes Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, like companies like that. And I need deep extension. A lot of the time, I like earnings overreactions. If they pay dividends, it's even better. If they have low PE ratios, it's even better. But that's not the end-all, be-all. And so I just use a mix of that to try to get into a good edge of positions. Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't $204 in fees. Again, in this specific challenge account, I was down. When I started this trade, I was down about 100 and something. I was down. It was like this number was 48 something when I started this trade, right? 48 something. Now this number's almost basically at 50K. This is a 50K challenge, right? And so when I started this morning, it was at 49. It was at 48 point something. Now it's at 49.81. So yeah, I certainly made net profits there. And this is net. This is with, with commissions included. John, what I found through friends was that one guy who I thought was a friend just couldn't wait to hear that I failed. Yeah, I mean, typically these like I've had friends that are like that. I have friends that aren't like that as well, right? I think it depends on who the people are. Like I had friends growing up. Like I had one friend who was just a terrible friend, right? Like you would share things with him. If you had food, you would give it to him. If you had money, you would share it with him. If you did whatever, you would share it with him, right? But then when it came time to do it back, he would get really selfish, really self-seeking, or self-centered, really selfish, right? Type of friend that was like so insecure that would just trash you behind your back regularly. And our whole friend group knew it, but like we kind of tolerated it because he was a neighborhood friend and he kind of lived with us or whatever. But then you start to get older and you start to kind of look back at those friends and you start to just kind of realize like, hey, like this person never had my best interest at heart. Like this is the type of friend where if you tell him something good happened to you, he gets jealous it didn't happen to him. You know, if you tell him that you're succeeding at something, he's jealous he's not succeeding at it, right? Like, so everything is looked at under that lens. And again, as I got older, you know, the standard, like, I have a different standard for friends now. Like, I'm not about to associate with you if you do not celebrate my wins with me. You know, if you get weird about me doing well, you're not my friend, you know. And again, a lot of people will pretend they are, but deep down, they're just kind of rooting. They're rooting for you to fail. Again, the other aspect of it, and even this includes family sometimes. Like, this will happen with family too. Like, people want you to do well, they don't want you to do better than they are. And so even if they're family, whomever, you know, people can get very strange and jealous and insecure and, you know, ultimately just get weird with you about a lot of different things. It's one of the reasons, like, if you start to be successful at anything, just be quiet about it. You know, you don't need to tell everybody. Again, riches yell, wealth whispers. So be quiet when you do it. Be understated in what you do. Seems like you are speaking from your old wounds. I mean, if you want to make it seem dramatic, I guess. But I mean, me being like, hey, I had a friend that was like this. Of course, I'm speaking from like old perspective of friends. You know, I wouldn't really call it a wound. If anything, I have a very happy life. Like, I've got great friends, a beautiful family. You know. Good wife, good kids, smart kids, healthy kids, you know. I do something I genuinely enjoy. And so I have a very fulfilling life, you know. And so now when I look back at those people, I just kind of, it's not that I pity them. I just don't want to have anything to do with them. You know, a lot of them have gotten weird with me over the last, like, 5 years because I don't really want to hang out with them, you know. Because, again, I know if I associate with them, then, like, they're going to try to drag me down, whatever that means. Look at the NASDAQ spike up here. But, yeah, they're going to try to drag me down for whatever it means. And, like, as you get older, you learn to just avoid those type of people, you know. Yeah, beginner therapy 101, 100%. Top 3 therapists in the world right now, you know. If you have a call that's in the money on GameStop, do you have to wait to expiry to exercise? I'm not an options guy for sure. I don't know. Spy 525. I don't know, man. 525 is kind of far. We're at 521s. I mean, we could hit 525s. I don't know how much volatility we're going to get. Remember, next week is CPI data. So next week is CPI data. So what I'm probably going to do, if you want to know what I'm going to do next week, next Monday, I'm probably going to take, like, do you remember the strategy that I had where I attacked choppy trends leading into major economic reports? On Monday specifically, I'm probably going to attack that type of thing where I'm going to bet on sideways, neutrality, chop behavior. Because again, PPI drops Tuesday. So it's not the biggest day. But PPI is, for whatever reason, this time they're doing it where you have PPI Tuesday, CPI Wednesday. Honestly, the biggest day we have this month is going to be the 22nd. So on May 22nd, it's the largest day we have probably one of the biggest days of the year. We have the Fed minutes report, and then following that, we have NVIDIA earnings. Honestly, our largest stream we've ever done got almost 100,000 views a couple months ago. It was NVIDIA earnings. We had 14,000 live viewers, concurrent viewers, got almost 100,000 views total for the stream. And so that happens again on the 22nd of this month. I'm really excited about it. We also have Powell speaking again next week on Tuesday, I believe it is. So again, we've got Google I/O conference Tuesday, PPI data Tuesday, Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday. So it's honestly a very busy Tuesday next week. I'm pretty sure Powell speaks on Tuesday. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure though. Was I wrong about next week? Let me see. I don't think I am, but I want to make sure. Tuesday. Okay, so yeah, Powell speaks at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So Tuesday is, again, one of the busiest days next week. Powell, Google I/O conference, PPI data. So, crazy. Very busy. Should be very busy. PPI data drops out at 8:30, and then Powell speaks at 10. So, hey, thanks so much, Barry. Or no, Donnie, I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Donnie Z. I got yesterday 1 day till expiry. QQQ 441 strike options for sure. Closing them at open if it opens around 443. Hey, good luck, brother. Again, I'm not a big options guy in that way. I trade some options, but if it's a long 441 long option, you're in the money now, brother. So good luck, dude. I hope you make some money. Donnie, thanks so much for the dono, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Why Netflix? I'm in Netflix right now. Is it down? No, Netflix is up. Hey, you love to see it. My average price in Netflix is $5.72. I bought it a couple days ago. It was a donation. Yeah, thanks, Donnie. AMD forming a bullish setup. I think I'm still in AMD. I am still in AMD. I've been trying to be patient. My average price is 148 for AMD. All right, so we've dipped down enough. I'm going to start buying more shares here. Or more contracts. Again, I don't know why I'm not getting eaten in commissions. But I'm not. At least I haven't so far. So we got 15, 24. We'll take 24 contracts. Oh, man, my AirPod fell out. All right, so we were very right very quickly here. All right, we're scalping this. I don't know what just happened. We just made about another $100. I'm gonna get out of this. All right, so yeah, we just made about $100. Or we made about $87 net. If you want to know how much we made there, about $87 net. Bro, where did my AirPod go? Oh, there it is. All right. Dude, freaking Bruce, bro. Look what Bruce did. So I've had these Ray-Bans for years. Bruce freaking ate them. It's my fault. If he eats them, then that's most likely because of we gotta exercise him a little bit more. So it's not really my fault, or it's not really his fault. But man, he got him. Look at that. No. Data in 10 minutes? Nah. Bruce is a great dog, man. He really is. He's a cool dog. All right, chat. We got almost 600 people here. Again, Bowman speaks in about 30 minutes. See if I can find some videos of Bruce. Yeah, this is Bruce and Rosie. I'm gonna have to find. Let me see. Bruce has got like allergies. Yeah, so I'm gonna post this picture in our Discord. Oh, y'all can't hear the music, man. I'm sorry. I've been playing music in the background. Somewhere along the line, I muted it. Yeah, so again, here's a... I wish it let me do a better picture. Why is the quality so bad here? Weird. Usually, uploading it to Discord's better quality. Oh well. This is Bruce and Rosie. Let me delete this now. Yeah, this is Bruce and Rosie. They're good dogs, man. This is Bruce and Rosie and Carol. Look at the market spike. So look at the market spike. But yeah, there's Bruce right here. He's a good dog, man. He's sweet. Rosie's really good natured too. But yeah, he's a sweet dog. Look at the Nasdaq spike up here. So we are pushing the top of the range. I maybe should have held my long position. We're now at the very top of the range. I might short now. 10 contracts. We'll take 20. You got to risk it for the biscuit on these eval accounts. All right, we're trading on Apex's funded account program where they give you a demo. They test your skill with the demo account first. If you pass the test with the demo, they fund you between 50K or between 25K up to 300K with a 90% split. And again, if I lose this one, I'm down 40 bucks. If I pass it, I get funding between 25K. This is a $50,000 funding. So if I pass this one, I get funded 50K with a 90% split. All right, so we're gonna have to add into this and just take our risk. But yeah, if you want to check it out, let me get ready to take some of this off. John Denver, Light My Country Music Award, on fire. You don't understand that joke. You will one day. Love you.
Love you.
All right. Again, we got to risk it for the biscuit here, chat. All right, we're down to $40 now. We're up. Give it to me here. Come on. Fall. All right, we took half off. We locked it in. We're actually down net, but that's okay. I needed to limit my size a little bit here. And so we'll just let this ride. But yeah, if you want to check out Apex, again, I'll put the link up. You can use my coupon code BT, beginner trading. Use the coupon code BT. We'll get you the max discount at all times. It's a great way to learn how to day trade with limited risk. If you lose, like if I lose this, I'm out 40 bucks. If I pass it, I get 50K in funding with a 90% split. You can see how similar it is to day trading stocks. There's no PDT rule. There we go. All right, starting to take profit here. It's very similar to day trading stocks. There's no PDT rule. I can get out with market orders like you can see here, although I don't necessarily recommend that, but it's just a great way to learn how to day trade with less risk. And so again, if you want to check them out, they are a sponsor of mine. I'm biased because they pay me money. Understand CFTC 4.41. All right. Yeah, commissions mostly ate all of this trade, though. So we're basically break even on this trade. We're up a little bit, but not what we should be. I got to see if NASDAQ... Here's the link if you want to check it out. Again, coupon code BT. Get you the max discount. I got to see if the regular NASDAQ... The only reason I'm trading this is because on Quant Tower, the regular NASDAQ is broken. Like, when I put it up, this is all I see. I see nothing. It's not letting me trade the regular NASDAQ. What are some other options? What about the Dow? Is the Dow tradable? We are green up. We're up hundreds on the day in this account, by the way. But I got to try maybe the regular Dow. What is it? DJ. What's the Dow symbol? It's YM. YM. M4? Bro, what is up with the regular E-minis today on Quant Tower, dude? I'm starting to get frustrated. Like, I don't want to trade a bunch of micros. All right, I'm going to get out of this. I could always download Ninja Trader. Anybody else having problems with Quant Tower? I downloaded the new one and it didn't work. All right, here's the Dow. So the Dow worked. All right, I'm going to pull the regular. We're going to have to just start trading the Dow. Even though the Dow has much less liquidity. I don't want to trade the Dow though, man. What about the E-mini? Am I getting like ES M4? Am I getting this wrong or something? Futures. I guess I'll trade the Dow, but man, I'm a little disappointed here. I'm gonna buy this dip. Hey John, what do you mean about Fed speakers? Oh no! We're down. Here, we're gonna have to cut these. Honestly, I blame Quant Tower today. Now we're basically flat on the day, unfortunately. GameStop gonna keep pushing 20? Maybe. John, what do you mean by Fed speakers or consumer sentiment? I mean, Michelle Bowman speaks at 9 a.m. and we got Michigan consumer sentiment today. Why is it only showing me gas? I don't even see the E-mini on here, except for the micro. Micro MESM4 should be the micro E-mini. The micro E-mini is not even here. All right. Okay, here's the E-mini. I don't know what is going on here, but hey, we're gonna buy this now. For whatever reason. All right, we're gonna take our risk now. I really like this trade. We're buying right into a big support level at the volume weighted average price. And again, this is a challenge account, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. NVIDIA spike it up. I'd love to trade the regular NASDAQ though, but that's okay. Yes, flat including fees. Correct, yes. Roughly flat. I think they're gonna do a split, yes. All right, we just locked in a little bit here. Drake, man, you seem upset, man. You seem emotional, dude. Let it out, bro. It's okay, dude. Like, listen, man, it's all right, Drake. Let it out. I'm here for you, bro. You know? Oh, and yeah, we're definitely gambling on this trade, without question. We're taking a bunch of crazy risks. But again, I mean, this is a challenge account. So, like, in order to get funded on a challenge account, you kind of got to take big risks. And so we're just playing with it. This account's 40 bucks. If I lose, I'm out 40 bucks. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely not our funded account that we're trading on, which has actually pretty good stats. Like, if I pull up my actual funded account, we're up, you know, thousands on it. And we got a pretty good profit graph, too, to be fair, you know. But yeah, we're just kind of adding to losses, trying to catch a bounce if I think a bounce is probable. But yeah, certainly gambling away here. But that's all right. Like, we can have fun on this account if we want. It's not like we're denying it's a gamble. But again, man, Drake, you seem upset, bro. Is it because Kendrick Lamar beat you at your rap battle, dude? Let me know, man. But yeah, I mean, here's my stats on my actual funded account if anybody wants to really see it. So this is my actual 50K funded account. We're up about 1,400. Here's my graph. You know, we're running about 64% accuracy. If you want to know what this is, you can see my percentage of like green trades here versus losing trades here. You can see my risk reward is about 1-to-1, which is kind of what I want. Like, I want about a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio here. So I mean, again, depending on which way you look at, if you look at my actual Thinkorswim thing, I am green on the year. I'm green on the month. I'm green on the day. If you look at my actual profits on my swing trades and investments here, so far on my current positions, I am up $919, you know? So, hey, you love to see it, you know? But my point is, if we lose here on this little funded account, like, it's all right. We're just kind of playing with it today. I just said I understood. You maybe read some comments. No, I mean, I read your comment. Let's quote it here. Yeah, he seems hella emotional, man. You're gambling and don't ever in your life call you a trader using no stop loss or take profit, and now I see why you're so against day trading. End quote. It's all right, bro. Let it out, man. It's okay. You know? People get so upset, man. Listen, it's all right. Top 3 comments in the world right now. Right, like, but again, I'm green on the year, you know? So, I mean, we could say, John, you suck. That's cool. I mean, say it. Let it out. I'm sure haters would agree with you. But I'm green on the year on Thinkorswim. So, I mean, when we're talking about swing trades and investments, I'm green. You know, I made money last year in unrealized profit. I didn't actually sell like I maybe should have. But I made money in unrealized. This year, I'm up. I'm pretty sure I'm up in realized profit as well. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to lose this account as well, chat. So, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, I have a chance to come back. SPY's dumping, though. NVIDIA's dumping here as well. Yeah, I said that. But I also said one sentence that said understood. Yeah, I mean, the technical definition of gaslighting is saying something to instigate, and then when the person reacts negatively, acting like they're crazy because of it, right? Gaslighting 101, sir. Cheers to you. Yeah. Top 3 gaslighters in the world right now. Right, exactly, T-Bones. You know. If there's a lesson today, you know, and again, at this point, I'm obviously just kind of trolling. But if there's a lesson today, it's don't be so emotional, you know. I mean, coming from the top 3 most emotional people in the world, you know, I understand, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting mad at you for disagreeing. I'm getting mad at how you said it. I'm not mad. Top 3 maddest ever. But I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Okay. But no, it's not what you said. It's the extent that you know, you could have just said, hey man, you know, this is gambling. But you said, don't you ever in your life call you a real trader. All right. I think that's what I'm laughing at. It's all good, brother. It's all good, man. You know, I can see you're trying to backtrack, and that's okay. Like, it's all good, bro. I say dumb stuff too sometimes. It's all good, man. Honestly, you might have been right. There's probably some dumb trades going on here, but it's not my actual funded account. And again, I just showed you guys the stats from my actual funded account here as well. And this is the profit that I'm currently up on my TOS account, which is actually pretty light right now. I'm not taking a bunch of huge positions on TOS. But these are about $12,000 in position. So percentage-wise, $900 out of $12,000 is pretty decent percentages. Let me see what percentage that is. If I had to look it up on TOS. 920 is what position, or what percentage of 12,000. So yeah, I'm up about 7.5% overall on these positions. It's pretty good, you know. I'll take it. All right, Chad, we got 20 minutes before Bowman speaks. Will Bowman help or hurt the market, guys? All right, guys, NVIDIA is still going up. If I'm in this trade, I got 2 options. I'm in this challenge account. I could just kind of go for it. I got the max size. You know, I'm just taking a huge risk trying to get funded. That's one of the options, is just to let it roll, which I'm probably leaning more towards that option. The other option is I could cut it here and then try to profit from more volatility later on in the day. I think I'm going to leave it here just because I still got about another $1,000 to go before I hit the trailing drawdown. NVIDIA is up there over 900s. It's at 901s. I think if 900 acts as some support, then if it bounces and continues going up, it could come right back and I could be at least flat. And again, in the end, the overarching point though is that if I lose this, you know, it's not the end of the world. We're already funded and making money in a couple other ones, so yeah. I'm trading futures, DJ. So this is futures. So in futures, I usually tell this story about futures at least once every couple days, but the futures market is basically commodities. It was created, and the reason they call it futures is because farmers used to grow crops, and by the time they came to yield those crops, the prices fluctuated to where they weren't making money like they wanted, and so they started selling speculative contracts to investors called futures contracts that would lock in the price of the commodities that they were growing. And again, they called them futures because they were betting on the future price of commodities. But eventually the futures market has evolved and turned into, a market in which I can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, no PDT rule. So basically I can day trade short, buy market, buy bid, sell ask, whatever I want to do there. The S&P, which is what I'm trading right now, is the S&P. And there's no PDT restrictions to do so. And so it's what most pro day traders actually trade, are futures, because there's no PDT rule. Like if I try to trade stocks, I'm going to need 25K with a margin account to be able to do so freely without restriction. And most new traders lose their first few accounts. And so if I have to save up and use 25K for my first day trading account, I'm probably going to lose a large chunk of that, which is a lot of money. Instead, limit your risk with a funded account program. Just to transition to a shameless plug here. They are a sponsor. They pay me money. I'm biased. But if you want to trade futures, check out Apex. It's a funded account program. It limits your risk. Most day traders lose. The base one on Apex is $30. They give you a demo. If you can hit 1,500 in profit with that demo without losing 1,500 profit, or without losing 1,500 first, in following their rules, they fund you 25K with a 90% split, and they've paid out over 100 mil to their traders. Check them out right here. Shameless plug, guys. Shameless plug. You know, if I'm gonna teach you guys about futures, I might as well plug it, right? Anyways, have you used Top Step? Yeah, I've used them before. They're an affiliate of mine as well. I promoted them yesterday. But yeah. Bowman speaks in 16 minutes. Nobody's speaking right now. Bowman speaks in 16 minutes, though. Oh, wait, we got somebody speaking. It's one of the Bank of England members, though. As somebody with the last name London, literally London. Don't nobody care about the Bank of England here. Anyways. I'm in a trolly mood today. I'm sorry, guys. The real question of the day is who won, Drake or Kendrick Lamar? That's the real question. Look, I like Kendrick more, but Drake literally set a trap and Kendrick fell for it. Top 3 least market-related content in the world right now here. Anyways, SPY looks pretty good. If we pull up a SPY chart and we pull up like a 10-day chart, the SPY is at a really nice bounce back. Basically, you know, they say it's may go away, but the SPY so far in May has acted very nicely. Very nice gains. It was at basically 499 on May 1st. Now all the way up to 520s. The NVIDIA has seen a very similar move here. A very similar thing. If we pull up a 10-day chart, you know, NVIDIA at May 1st was at 812s. It's now at 900s. If you look at the QQQ, same thing. It was at 420s at the beginning of May, roughly. It's at 440s now. And so, yeah, we'll see if we get some continuations here in the markets. We'll see if the market turns or holds. But May historically is a bad month. It is Friday. When's the house tour? Y'all aren't getting a house tour. Bro, there's too many weird people in the world to like give a house tour. I don't care how much I want to, you know, flex on people. It's too weird to give a house tour. We've got people that are just too strange. I've told you guys the stalker story about one of my old neighbors named Scott, who was like a stalker. Very strange man. Probably had some drinking problems, I think, and looking at it in hindsight. But, yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. Office tour. I'd have to clean up my office a little bit before I show you guys the whole thing. It's a little messy in here, but this is where I work, and so, you know, they say there's a positive correlation between messiness and intelligence. Honestly, ever since they had that study come out, I'm sure every messy person's trying to justify their messiness by acting like it's high intelligence. All right. 12 minutes before Bowman speaks. Let me see where she's speaking at. Hold on. right, so Bowman is speaking. Financial stability, risks, resiliency, and the role of regulators at the Texas Bankers Association in Arlington. We got Barr speaking at 1:30 as well. I'm looking for the speech here. It's supposed to be at Texas Bankers Association Annual Convention. I don't think this is live. I'm looking for it. I'll try to find it, but I don't think it's live. We'll see what she says. She might say something important, but I don't think it's live. If you're completely new to day trading, where would you recommend I start to learn? I would look on like YouTube and the internet. I wouldn't pay for a course. I wouldn't pay for a service or a mentorship program. People that have gotten duped by mentors are the first ones that are going to push you to buy mentors, because misery loves company. But I wouldn't. I would just learn. Most of the content out there is free. You don't have to pay for it. So I would just trade small in the beginning, learn, try a funded account program if you don't want to risk your own money, and just take it slow. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Most new traders lose. The more you put up in the beginning, the more you're probably going to lose. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars, and there's no content out there worth thousands of dollars that are going to somehow teach you how to be a profitable trader. Every trader is different. They have different characteristics, they have different strengths and weaknesses, and so you can't just kind of clone somebody else's strategy and expect to be profitable. You got to figure out what strategies work for you. And so because of that, do not buy a course or a service. Just learn yourself and take advantage of all the free resources out there about it. But again, you're going to have people that almost certainly try to sell you a course, and they're going to act like they've got some super secret information that's just going to lead you to be rich. Just marketing mostly. Yeah, I think what it really actually is, I think what it really is there's a positive correlation. Hey, thanks, Coin. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks, man. Congrats. But yeah, I think there's a positive correlation between ADHD and intelligence, is what it really is. And I think people with ADHD typically can be messy. I think that's probably a more accurate look at it. Looks like we're not going to win this challenge account. Again, we just took a huge risk. I'm not going to cut it here. I'm just going to, so we just got stopped out. It's all right. We got another one that we can play with. And again, I'm going to pivot more to my actual funded account a little bit closer to the opening bell. And we'll see how that goes, Actually, I'll probably pivot to that now. We only have a couple minutes left. Again, this is my actual funded account on Apex. We're up thousands in it. We're going to trade regular micros for now. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, avoid single stock communities is another good thing. Like you're gonna get a bunch of communities that act like they've got all this DD and resources that they just know the stock is gonna go up 1,000x or whatever. Most of the time they're trying to pump up their own positions. They're gonna shame you if you try to sell. And the rule of thumb is that successful companies don't need to talk shareholders into sitting on them. If they make you feel all warm and fuzzy like you're in some battle versus good and evil, and you're on the good side and you just got to hold a wildly depreciating asset to be on the good side, they're just trying to manipulate you into not selling a terrible company most of the time. So avoid those as well. Any other new trader things that they should understand, chat? Y'all start listing some as well if you want. I got it. Guys, Bowman speaks in 7 minutes. We'll see if she says anything good. We got the Michigan consumer sentiment data at 10 a.m. I'm gonna start buying this up. It's down so much short term that like I think we might have some extension. So I'm gonna take maybe 4 contracts here. Noticeably smaller size. I'm gonna use probably somewhere around this low as a risk. Maybe a little bit higher. I might use like this low here as a risk. Looking to make at least gain up to here. But we will cut this fast if it turns on us. We'll use 2 contract and sizing per trade to try to get out with 2 clicks if we need to get out fast. But hopefully it bounces back up. Again, the goal is up here somewhere. About a 1-to-1 ratio. Berkshire or the NASDAQ 100 long? I don't know. What's your time frame? Man, just more brutal red action here. We're down 30, 40 bucks. About to cut it, most likely. We're right around my exit. Little retracement back up, though. We bounced right back up to where we're close to flat now. I want to give it time. We've dipped so much, though, short term. And maybe we'll get an opportunity to do something here, but 10 a.m. is when the Michigan consumer sentiment data drops, 10 a.m. Yeah, I'm looking for Bowman. Alright, we're right back up now. We're basically flat, so it looks like my risk level was almost, not perfect, but my risk level was pretty good, it seems. Or we bounced directly off of it, so. See if we can hold, though, is the question. Doesn't look like we are. I'm probably going to have to cut this soon. Huge rejection here. Wow. I wonder what's causing so much bear action all of a sudden. Remember, guys, it's also Friday, so we could very much have choppy behavior. I mean, the SPY broke under the 200 EMA, under the VWAP. I still think it might be time to buy the dip, but I do have to kind of wait a little bit here. I'm gonna jump back in, but with very small size. 2 contracts. What happened to the NQ? Oh, there it is. It's NQU5 is the symbol. Man, market is turning here, still riding down. I like the extension here, but it's happening a little bit too long. I am kind of trying to catch a falling knife here, but when I try to pull up the NASDAQ on Quant Tower, this happens. Weird. I try to E-mini, I guess, but... We're basically flat in these little 2 contract positions. RTX, is it really pushing? Yeah, I mean, most of the time these type of strategies work. I mean, that's how I built up profit on this account. They're not always going to work, though. Nothing works 100% of the time, and whenever your strategies aren't working, it's just about kind of limiting risk, which we're about to have to cut this. Just too much downward pressure, man. Very rarely does the market drop like this as well, where it just falls. But it does happen, and it's one of the reasons you just got to kind of trade small when you can. Yeah, well, Bowman's supposed to be speaking right now, but I don't know if it's live, so but we might just cover. It's at the Texas Bankers Association. My computer sounds like a rocket ship. I exit out of some stuff here. Yeah, I'm trying to find, you know, I see Bowman speaking, but I don't know. Also, we're in our other challenge on a Quant Tower. We're up about 400. We're gonna take a little bit more off here. We'll hold 3 contracts, maybe add to it. We did finally catch the bounce in the E-mini. But I don't see Bowman's speech live. So we're just gonna have to follow what she says and react to what she says. We do have Michigan consumer sentiment data at 10. Well, this speech isn't live. I looked for it. We got other Fed speeches today, though, so I titled it just kind of plural Fed speeches because we got a couple different ones. If we're looking at all of them, we have we've got Bowman speaking right now at 9. Let me see about the Fed Reserve. Bro, I gotta get my computer to stop sounding like a freaking rocket ship, man. Let me exit out of this. Exit out of this. I'm gonna have to exit out of Discord for now. Oh wait, I found the speech. Alright, so I found the speech. It's mostly a pre-noted speech. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. I'm gonna use AI to interpret this speech actually. So again, she said this at the I'm gonna use AI to interpret the speech. Okay. Real quick. So bear with me. Let's try to make it 200 words. All right, chat. Market is bouncing back though, so our E-mini hold is there. All right, so we're gonna interpret what Bowman said here, see if this helps the market. Again, we're using AI to interpret it. All right, so Bowman discussed the role of banking regulators. All right, Bruce, hush, hush, hush. Sorry for yelling. All right, so Bowman discusses the role of banking regulators in promoting financial stability and resiliency in the U.S. banking system. She emphasizes the importance of addressing financial stability risks, such as cyber attacks and geopolitical events, and the need for a comprehensive approach to monitoring and responding to these risks. The author agrees that regulatory reforms, such as the Basel III in-game capital rules, may have unintended consequences, including driving activity out of the regulated banking system and into non-bank entities. She stresses the need for transparency, fairness, and efficiency in regulatory and supervisory actions, while recognizing the limits of regulatory authorities and the need for other regulators and branches of government to take appropriate steps to preserve financial stability. The speaker highlights the risks posed by the U.S. monetary policy and the pandemic and emphasizes the importance of financial stability in the U.S. banking system. That's basically what Bowman said here, using AI to basically break it down. So let me know what you guys think. Again, so far, market has kind of reacted positively after dipping a bunch from it. Bruce is a unit. Is NVAX going again? I got out of it this morning. I just didn't trust it. But I was at $10. It's still underneath that. So it looks like me cutting it was the right move. All right, so that's the first Fed speech that we got today. Covered it. Again, we are up in one of our other quant tower positions. We are up today in this one about $300 so far. All right, so we're still actually ripping up a little bit on the E-mini here. We are catching a bounce, so it looks like we were probably right about our bounce thesis. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here. So again, we are up about $500 trading the regular E-mini on Quant Tower here. You can see the gains right here, up about $500. All right, so we got out of it. What else we got? Data's coming out at 10 a.m. about an hour. AMD broke the downtrend. Yeah, it wasn't anything major. AMD starting to head back up. I'm still in it right now. We're green on the day in equities too, so that's nice. All right, look at AMD just broke highs again, spiked up to 154s if we put AMD on the chart. I wonder if this is dragging things up. Here's a 1 minute chart. Put like NVIDIA up here. NVIDIA is still testing $900. I think 900 is a big spot for it too. SPY's starting to fight back up over the 200 EMA as well now. All right, well, my computer stopped sounding like a rocket ship. That's always good. All right. Yeah, I felt bad for Carol. So Carol was dreaming yesterday. And so she was taking a nap in the middle of the day, and she dreamed that like I had a secret girlfriend named Leah in her dream. And honestly, I was kind of laying next to her, and I heard her kind of like sniffling, you know. And so I thought she was having like, you know, like I thought she was having allergies or something because I kept hearing sniffling. It turns out she was dreaming. Like she was having a nightmare that like I had like a secret girlfriend named Leah or something, and she said she was crying in her dream, you know. And when she woke up, she was like, man, you know, I felt bad for her, like, you know. But super weird. I've been dreaming a lot lately. Usually I never remember my dreams either, but I've been dreaming a lot more lately. Bro, I can definitely see some people are copying off of my titles here. I definitely see it. AMD up to 154s. Yeah, I knew the chat would mess with me about this. Bro, I don't even have the feasibility to cheat, you know. Bruce is a shepherd. Yeah, so here's another dream. This is a dream we still make fun of Carol about. So Carol one day, Carol's lying in bed asleep, and I start to hear, she starts to go like this. Carol starts to go, and so I sit there and I stare at her. My daughter even comes in and she's like, what's mama doing? And I'm like, I don't know what she's doing. She's hissing in her sleep. And she starts to make like this hissing noise. We wake Carol up, and I'm like, hey, baby, what are you doing? And she starts laughing. She wakes up and immediately starts laughing, and she said in her dream there was a walrus trying to steal her boat, and that she was hissing to try to scare the walrus away in her dream, or something like that. We still mess with her about this dream to this day. Yeah, basically Carol said in her dream that we were at some type of family event, and she saw a number pop up on my phone that she didn't know, and so she like confronted me about it, and like I admitted that it was some girl named Leah, you know, and that she said she got on her bicycle and rode away, you know it's a dream because it's just nonsensical. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would she jump on a bicycle and ride away, you know? But yeah. All right, guys. Intel actually green on the day. I'm taking it. Hopefully it continues to be green, but Intel actually green on the day. Again, remember I bought the dip in Intel. I'm sitting in it. Started to move up. It's at 35s. Our average price isn't that bad on Intel. I don't know if I'm gonna add to it, but it's not that bad. You know what? Actually, I am gonna add to it a little bit. Let's fix the average a little bit more. All right, that's it. We're not gonna add any more to it. I don't know. It was a dream. It was a dream. Again, and she was crying in her dream for like 10 minutes. Like, I was lying next to her at the time. Again, I assumed she had allergies and she was struggling with allergies. When she woke up, she told me about the dream, you know, and so she was apparently crying in the dream, you know. She was kind of mad at me for like 5 minutes after she woke up, and then she was all nice, you know. But yeah. All right. Anyways, 12 minutes chatting to market open. It's 12 minutes. AMD spiking up the market. Microchips moving a little bit. We do have the Google I/O week next week. Big week. CPI, PPI, Jerome Powell speeches, Fed minutes report. Very busy week. Actually, next week's not the Fed minutes report. SPY at 521.60, so the SPY's trying to ride back up. All right, look at the NASDAQ spike here. So NASDAQ's going as well. Again, if you want to check out Apex, funded account program and futures, you can day trade with me. On one challenge account, I completely lost the challenge account today. In another one, I'm up $500. And in my actual funded account, again, this is a $50,000 funded account. In this, I am down $86 on the day. Again, it's a great way to learn how to trade. And if you want to get started with less money, it's the option you should use in futures. Of course, they're a sponsor. I'm biased because they pay me money. It really is a good option, though. Like, I wouldn't promote it if I didn't think it was healthy for traders, because I think traders that don't take these accounts are going to end up putting up thousands of dollars themselves and almost certainly losing it. And so this is just a cheaper way. And to be fair, I think most day traders are going to lose here, because most day traders lose. It doesn't matter where they go. A lot cheaper to lose here. But again, if you pass the test, they fund you between 25K, which is only like 30 bucks for the 25K one. If you lose, you're out 30 bucks. But if you pass it, you get 90% split. So you're keeping most of your profit once you pass it anyway, as long as you follow their rules. It's the best of both worlds. Limited risk, 90% split if you pass it. Great middle ground of pressure, teaches you how to trade under pressure. And in the futures market, again, you can day trade short the S&P, the NASDAQ. Gold patterns are very similar to stock patterns. So check them out here. Your poll results making me feel better. What's my poll results show? Let me see. I had to exit out of it because computer sounded like a rocket ship. 57% say green, 43% say red, and the market is green today. It's gapping up. It's above the previous closing price. SPY hit highs of 522.30 earlier in pre-market, and so market's mostly green today. SPY all-time highs are 524s, and so we are close to all-time highs, to be honest, on the SPY. Let's see if we hit it. NASDAQ starting to move up some as well. Yeah, it's almost time for me to upgrade PCs. This one's about 2 or 3 years old. I've got like hundreds of gigs of RAM though, so I have plenty of RAM. Yeah, I've got a lot of RAM. The first thing I did was add more RAM to this computer when I bought it, but still, it's probably time for an upgrade. You know, it's a write-off anyway. I can write it off if I upgrade computers anyway, so. Who pays for it? The write-off people. Trust me, I pay tens of thousands of dollars in taxes. For this year, it'll be a lot. I'm dreading paying taxes for this year, which is great because it means I'm doing well. I'm scared to pay taxes for this year. It's gonna be, you know, I'm not gonna enjoy paying taxes this year. For this year, last year was good. This year's better, and taxes are gonna suck. I'm not happy about it. NVAX now back over $10. Your write-off only gives you a small percentage, though, just reduces your taxes by that much. Yeah, but it all adds up, you know. Like, reducing my taxable income by $3K or whatever I pay for the computer is still over time, that plus what you pay contractors, plus like hardware, plus subscriptions, like it all adds up to where I can write a chunk of it off. I mean, I usually overpay taxes personally. Like I'd rather just overpay and be safe and not have to worry about it instead of trying to get every freaking deduction and every freaking write-off that I can. I could probably justify buying a company car, but I don't need to. You know, technically I have a home-based business. I could write off my utility bills and all that stuff, but I don't because, you know, the amount I'm going to save from writing that off is too small. You know, you have to use the percentage of your home that you use for an office, and in this house, it's a it's like, it's a small percentage, you know, it might be 5% or 10% or whatever. And so while it's not nothing, the paperwork that's going to take is too much. I'd rather just kind of pay it and not worry about it. AMD still running up. It's at 155.40s. NVIDIA back up to 901. I'm wondering if this is going to drag the market up with us. Yeah, I'd rather overpay than... All right, guys, we got Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. We'll see how that goes. You could use up to 1/3 of the square foot of your house. Yeah, if my office and my workspace took up 1/3 of my house, sure. But here, that's not the case. You know, my office is a tiny percentage of this house, and so just not worth it. All right, guys, market's still heading up. Again, we'll see if the SPY breaks lifetime highs today. It's possible. You know, it is possible. All right, markets moving up. AMD moving up. NVIDIA moving up to almost 902, testing that previous support level here. Nobody's coming to check. Yeah, I mean, you think that, but I'm good, man. I'd rather just be safe. Yeah, some of you guys talking about walruses are a little bit late. Hit the live button next to the play button. Yeah, but again, I make enough to where I'm not super concerned with leaving $100 a year on the table, you know, or even $500 a year is not really that big of a concern. I'm not, no offense. I mean, it's just not something risk reward wise, it's just not the smartest move. I'd rather overpay and then, you know, and sleep fine and not have to worry, you know. Plus, like, higher, if I ever want to get lending or fund money or seed money or whatever, having a higher yearly net profits for my businesses is always good, you know. Looks good, builds credibility, all that stuff. So there's a lot of reasons, but yeah. Anyways, we got a little pullback here. NVIDIA up to almost 902s. Almost 902s. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Texas, which has no state income tax. You know, I'm in Texas, which again has no state income tax. The problem is that they make it back on property taxes. Like, property taxes in some places here in Texas are 2.2%, which, if you don't understand how much and how significant that is, looking at this, right? So say you got a $500,000 house, 2.2% is 11 grand, which means every year, like clockwork, you're gonna have to pay $11,000 plus in property taxes. And that's if they value your home correctly. Sometimes they value it higher. Assessed value can get weird. 11 grand a year in property taxes. So they make the no income tax thing back. You know, everybody's like, oh, Texas, no income tax. But property taxes, you ever try owning a house here? It's a different story. I'm from Louisiana as well. So in Louisiana, it's like 0.6% or something. So same thing. Oh, wait. Sorry, I forgot a zero. Same thing. All right, guys. Market opens up in a minute and a half. So, yeah, in Louisiana, it'd be 3. So you're literally playing almost 4 times less in Louisiana. But Texas, freedom, guys. Anyways, NASDAQ sitting here, AMD sitting here at 154s. NVIDIA's still churning up here, and NVIDIA's probably influencing the rest of the tech market, the Mag 7 and all the other tech stocks. Yeah, I would never move to New York. No offense. New York's cool. The only way I'd ever move to New York is if I own like a hedge fund or something like that. You know, outside of that, I don't want to live in New York. The squatters' rights laws there just seem crazy. I don't want to own a house there. You know, too much risk. And I don't really like big cities. It's too stressful. All right, guys. Here's the market open. Yeah, New York State might be a little better, though. All right, there's the market open, chat. We'll see what some of these do. Again, we do have Michigan consumer sentiment data dropping at 10 a.m. in exactly 30 minutes now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go LSU. How about Skeens? Paul Skeens getting called up. Disney flying up to 107s here. 107s. We got this big pullback at the market open here. We're going to buy this dip probably. I had 2 contracts here. Definitely a risky trade. I'm going to take half of this off. I don't like the risk of sitting in this. Try to leave the rest to work. See if we get a follow back up. There we go. All right, we took half of that off. Big retracement back down. I'm going to buy this again. 2 contracts again. All right, we took another half off. I'm going to get out. So we made a little bit at the open. Definitely a little volatile that I'm not trying to play too much with. Bowman speech bullish. I wouldn't really call it bullish. I think the market liked it though. All right, so here's the AMD skyrocketing up here to 155s. Looks good. I'm in AMD. I bought Airbnb. What else did I buy? I bought Roblox as well. Okay. I'm gonna take some off of Roblox. I'm already up pretty decently in it, and so I'm just gonna protect the trade a little bit. NVAX did pop up to 950s here. Very green open as well. Look at NVIDIA start to shoot. It is Friday though, so we could have chop chat. I would just be very careful. Roblox still moving. All right, so we've been day trading our actual challenge account here. Show you guys these trades, which we're really just kind of playing with. I might add some size back. I like these cup and handle breakouts. See NVIDIA start to churn, so I'm going to take some size here. We got 4 contracts. We will continue to add to this and risk this challenge account. Goal is to make 3K on this. We're in 4. There we go. Got the break. We took half of it off just to lock it in. Nice. Caught the rip. All right, we're out a little bit more. And we'll go ahead and get out the rest there. So yeah, we're up almost 1,000 on this account. We'll see how it treats us. Still watching everything else. Most things are ripping up at the open. Meta's up a lot too. Netflix pumping up. What about Soundhound? Let's see what it does. All right, we're gonna start buying this dip with 1 contract here. Again, this is the one where we're up like 1,000. I gotta make 3,000. So as we get this big pullback, I'm gonna start adding into it and just kind of take a risk. Soundhound pumping up a little bit too. I'm still red on it, but we're still trying. All right, so we're gonna have to fix our average here. Just kind of add big to a position. There we go. Took 40% or 60% of the trade off. Take it a little bit more off now. 2 contracts left. Take it a little bit more off. All right, so yeah, we're up over 1,000 now. Here's the graph. So we're a third of the way there. 3.5 to 1 win-loss ratio. Yeah, Shopify's down. I see it. I'm probably gonna start limiting my risk on it. To be honest, if it doesn't bounce back quick, I just don't trust it like that. So yeah, we're gonna cut 30% of the position. Let the rest ride. Still not a bad average, and I think we got to give it time. But yeah, just risk. Got to be a little risk averse there. Oh, sorry, bumped my mic. Still ripping up in stocks and futures. All right, guys, Michigan consumer sentiment data, 10 a.m. All right, so so consumer sentiment data at about 22 minutes. Can you speak on Robinhood? Why is it down so much? I'm not sure. It's not down a lot. All right, so AMD and NVIDIA both ripped up. I'm going to start shorting it. I'm going to pivot to the other side here. 4 contracts. Again, you got to take risks. My job is to build up $3,000 in profit in this account. All right, we got 7 contracts. 9 contracts. 10. All right, that's it. That's all we're doing. I think that's all we can do, I think. Don't do it, NVIDIA. Reject. It's Friday, so I was kind of hoping we get chopped. That's why I'm kind of shorting the top. See, NVIDIA's running. I'm going to have to cut this and be basically flat on the day. Unless we retrace fast. But NVIDIA doesn't look like it. I have to get out of this, to be honest. I'm out. We just gave back all the profit. It's a challenge account, so it's not the end of the world. NVIDIA's breaking highs. So I normally would just let it work and take the risk, but NVIDIA's breaking highs. Yeah, AMD's running. That's probably why NVIDIA's running. But again, we're just having fun. This is a challenge account, so it's not our actual funded account. Wonder how the Dow's going to treat all this. Yeah, it looks like me cutting this was the right move because look at NVIDIA rip up. All right, so we're gonna get ready to try to trade our actual funded account here after playing with challenge accounts most of the morning. Here's our actual funded account. We are down about $73 here. NASDAQ is pushing up. The problem is that I think eventually NVIDIA is gonna slow down. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. I think a good risk reward, but we're gonna take 1 contract of the regular NASDAQ, maybe add up to 2 to 3, but we're trading small using big volatility that we've got today to try to capitalize on this. And since we're up already, we're going to add to this to see if we reject a little bit more. There we go. Take half of that off, so just lock in profit. Now we're flat on the last little piece here. There's another breakdown. Take 2 contracts now. Try to get a little bit larger size with just micros. It is Friday. There we go. Take another half off there, lock that in. Currently up a little bit over $20. We're gonna go and get out. We made about 25 bucks there. Celsius trying to fly. Yeah, so SPY broke lifetime highs, I think, right? No, not yet. SPY's at 522s. I think it's a long way to go, but it's possible. NVIDIA shooting up. And again, if you want to day trade with us, we're doing it on Apex, funded account program. Again, they give you a demo, test your skill with a demo account first. Just a great way to learn how to day trade with limited risk. Most day traders lose, and so if you put up 5K for your first account, despite how much money you think you might make, you're probably going to lose 5K. And so test yourself with this first. If you could pass it, even if you don't even use the funded account, if you could pass this test, it's a really nice test of skill, and it's a great way to learn. Right, that way you're not risking too much in the beginning, and if you don't win, if you're not good enough to pass the test, then your risk is limited. You know, the base one is only 30 bucks, so if you lose it, you're out 30 bucks for the first month, and again, if you pass it, you get 25K in funding with a 90% split. So check out the link right there. Great way to help support the channel. Again, they're a sponsor of mine. Use coupon code BT if you want the max discount. NVIDIA is starting to run here. Chat, it's at 912s. AMD at 156. Again, they're a sponsor, though I'm biased. Remember, I might be wildly wrong about everything. Understand CFDC 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have limits. Understand I'm not an investment professional. I do trade off stream. Not going to show you all my trades. Yeah, maybe next week with CPI data. If CPI data comes in good, we might break it. But I think we still got a long ways up, like a long road up today for that type of stuff, so. All right, guys. Again, consumer sentiment data pretty soon here. Also, I'm going to throw it in sub-only mode. If you haven't already, subscribe. Help support your boy here in this channel. Thanks so much. What else we got? All right, market's breaking highs again. Look at the NASDAQ rip up over that 18.3 level. All right, SPY broke highs again. SPY at 522.50s now. All right, market's still churning here, man. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA right at 914s. NVIDIA breaking 1,000 is going to be a big catalyst. So that's what you want to know is if Bitcoin is going to break, or not Bitcoin, if NVIDIA is going to break 1,000. If it does, that's the biggest news today. We'll see if it happens. Again, NVIDIA has earnings coming up pretty soon. Ten minutes left, chat. 10 minutes. I don't know how much the report's going to move it. I really don't. So, again, this report specifically is for consumer sentiment data. So, like, if we look at this here, we got 1-year inflation expectations, 5-year inflation expectations, consumer sentiment. Goolsby speaking later on today as well. So, I mean, we just got a lot of stuff. So the big one is going to be Michigan consumer sentiment for May. It's expected at 76. Last time it came in at 77. The higher this is, the more economic, like, the more dovish this is. And the market might not necessarily want dovish because that means inflation problems, right? So it might be something in which the market moves higher or lower in the opposite way with a negative correlation to the consumer sentiment data. Of course, though, it's never 100% like a for sure given thing. And you always just got to be smart because anything could happen here. So. Yeah, so again, NVIDIA, our last NVIDIA earnings were the largest stream we've ever done. Like, without question, not even close to the largest stream we've ever done. Not even close to the other one, the second largest stream. Like, look, let me show you. Oh, wait, this is beginner crypto. Let me switch over here. Yeah, check it out. Look at this. So, our last NVIDIA earnings stream was this one. Analytics wise, we got I guess I could show you guys this. So earnings wise, this is the stream. This is our last NVIDIA stream. We made about $500 for it. We grew by about 2,000 subscribers, and we got 85,000 views for the last NVIDIA stream, which was the same thing where we had Fed minutes followed by NVIDIA. Concurrent viewers, we had on average 6,000, 5,000 people, 13,600 at its peak. So again, easily our largest stream we've ever done. Yeah, it's all good, Silvio. It's been a slow week. We don't really have any economic data this week outside of like small data releases. The big data reports come next week and the week after with NVIDIA earnings. Next week we got PPI, CPI. Again, we got PPI, CPI. We also have, I have to look. So we got PPI, CPI. Hey, baby. I told the stream about your walrus dream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. All right. All right, chat. Sorry, I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this dip. Small shares. Small shares. Nah, she's not embarrassed. I told her that, and she laughed, and she was like, "Oh, you never be too prideful to laugh at yourself." That's what I teach my kids. You know, my daughter had a bully when she was like 4th grade. What I told her is that if you laugh at yourself, they can't touch you, you know. All right, so we're starting to bounce up a little bit. All right, we took half off. Almost green on the day. I'm gonna add back on this dip. 3 contracts, 4 contracts, 5 contracts. And we're gonna leave it at 5. Yeah, because people they target the most are people who can't laugh at themselves. My son needs to really learn that. My son kind of takes things a little bit more personally. All right, we took a little piece off of this. Took another little piece off. 1 contract left. We're gonna add right back on the dip. I don't mind taking a little bit more risk and kind of adding back on these pullbacks. I'm gonna add into 6 contracts here and then leave it there. 4 contracts left. 2 contracts left. Almost flat on the day, so we basically made all our money back. Took another little piece. Yeah, dude, elementary school bullies are just freaking mean. I got her to leave them alone. So, like, yeah, this one little girl that was just mean. Huge rip. All right, so we are now effectively green on the day by a whopping, listen, chat, 50 cents. The greatest of all time ever in the world right now. 50 cents green. I'll take it. When we were down basically over 100 at one point on the day, I'll take it. Nice little VWAP bounce. Like, look at the VWAP bounce on NVIDIA. We pull right back to the volume weighted average price, bounce directly off of it. Kind of the same thing AMD did right here. Pull right back to the volume weighted average price. We got NVIDIA consumer sentiment data. Yeah, kids are freaking mean, dude. Basically what I told my daughter is I told her to go tell the girl that's being mean to you that you pity her, because she must be deeply unhappy if she's being that mean to other people. And she told her that once, never happened again, you know. It was bad though. Like, she was being really mean to my daughter, like, regularly. And so kids are mean, you know. All right, chat, here we go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Rule 62, don't take yourself too seriously. Yeah, I mean, again, top 3 trolls in the world right now. The only way you can deal with trolls is to hit them with sarcasm. If you genuinely get upset, you know, they want that, you know. Again, the only people that really do that, though, are people that are really struggling with themselves. Like, you know, anonymity of the internet causes people to behave terribly sometimes, I think. And so, but the only people that really sit around looking to cause other people pain or hurt are people that are just struggling in their own lives. Like, I've disliked other YouTube channels and other people and all that stuff. Of course, everybody has people they like or dislike, right? But I've never once gone to somebody else's stream trying to throw them off intentionally. Like, that shows a deeper level of unhappiness in somebody's life, you know? And I think what they realize is that it's not really going to help. It's just going to make them feel worse most of the time. Because, again, you're not going to win with me. I'm top 3 greatest debaters, arguers, / trolls in the world right now. Anyways, here we go. We got the Michigan data coming out in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's see what we get. I'm ready. All right, here we go. Let's watch the markets here. And there's the data release. Consumer sentiment came in lower than expected to 67.4. 67.4 for Michigan consumer sentiment versus 76. The market does not like this, is gapping down. Everything came in lower than expected, including consumer expectations, sentiment, and Michigan current conditions. We also had inflation expectations increase. 1 year inflation expectations came in at 3.5 versus 3.2 expected. 5 year inflation expectations came in at 3.1 versus 3% expected. So, yeah, basically, data came in worse than expected universally, and the market did not like this. It ended up gapping down. We'll put this number up on screen here. But yeah, market did not like this report. Market's gapping down a little bit on this. Not a shock, really, but hey, this is how it goes. Again, we'll put it up on screen if you want to see it. These are inflation expectations, so a little bit different. Many streamers get severely depressed because of their harsh views. It's a tough job. Like, it really is. Like, if I wasn't as confident as I am in myself as, like, a person and you know, then it would hurt. But, like, again, when you start to take a step back, you know, they say one of the biggest skills you could have is to separate yourself from the emotion behind things and instead try to look at it from other people's shoes. When you do that, you just learn to kind of pity the behavior. Like you pity people that behave that way. You realize that they must really just not have much going on. Classy. Yeah. Can I tell the stream? One of my wife's favorite quotes the other day. One of my wife's literally favorite quotes.
It's not my favorite quote. You said that it was.
No, it's my favorite quote that you've ever said. My wife's favorite quote was the other day. My wife said, "Hey, I bought a sign for our house that said all trespassers will be shot." And then she followed it up with, "But it's a really classy sign, though." You know, one of my favorite quotes ever. All trespassers will be shot, but it's really classy. You know, nothing amidst class like if you step on our property. Cheers to that sign. She just got the sign in. The sign's in today. It is. Look, I'll give it to her. No, don't put it on screen. It is classy. It is, you know, as the young people say, low-key classy, though. Anyways, chat, we're gonna get ready to do a crypto show. If you haven't already, guys, check out one of my sponsors, Chart Prime, trading view indicator service you can use in stocks, crypto, forex, futures, anything with a symbol on trading view, you can use Chart Prime in. And again, they can just be really, really powerful. I'm going to preface everything I'm about to say with, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. I'm not an investment professional, and nothing's going to work 100% of the time. But I always try to backtest this live so people can see it. Even though today's kind of a choppy day, look at the strong signals here, chat. I can't fake what I'm showing you, though. Like, look at the strong. Let's just look at the strong ones. Look, strong one here, boom. Beautiful green trend for, like, hours. This is a 5-minute chart, too. Strong signal here, boom. Beautiful green trend for hours and hours. Strong signal here, boom. Beautiful green trend for hours and hours. Strong signal here, boom. Beautiful green trend for like at least a couple hours, it looks like. And then you got another one here, boom. Beautiful green trend. So again, genuinely impressed with some of these. Backtest it yourself. This is just a small piece. They have oscillators, backtesters, screeners. $40 a month. One good trade can pay for it. Backtest it yourself, though. I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. Not an investment professional. Don't copy me. I might be wrong about everything. You want to backtest these things yourself. And yeah, I'll put the link up in chat if you want to check it out. I appreciate the love. Yeah. It's called Chart Prime. There's the link right there. But again, they're a sponsor. I'm biased. They pay me money. If they paid you money, you'd be biased too. I'm going to move over to the crypto show today, guys. We got a crypto show. You shouldn't have to go anywhere. As soon as we close down this stream, it should immediately send you to the crypto show. If for whatever reason it doesn't, here's the crypto link right here. Again, you can check out Apex as well if you want to help support the channel. Learn to day trade. Again, we made 50 cents today on our funded account, but this is a 50K funded account. It only cost me $40. For this specific one. I lost a couple, I'm sure, prior to that. But again, a great way to learn how to day trade with limited risk. And again, guys, we're going to go ahead and start our crypto show here, chat. And so again, Love you all. Y'all have a safe and happy weekend. Remember, guys, be safe this weekend. Have a great weekend. And next week, we got CPI. We've got a bunch of stuff. We got CPI, PPI. We've got the Google I.O. conference is next week as well. Just a lot of cool stuff going on. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.